Word on the street is Trump will be coming after Section 8. Now listen, y'all gonna learn about it as I learned about it. This is breaking news. I'm reporting this right now. I got right to it. Family, you already know what to do. And if you're brand new too, thumbs up this video so YouTube can push out this content. Smash subscribe to join the tribe. And ring the post notification bell as well. Alright, let's get into this one. Man, that's a lot of different families. A whole lot of different families. I'm ready to see what's gonna happen myself.
Okay, so did y'all hear that Trump is planning on slashing housing programs and cutting funding for housing programs to end, just cutting Section 8 altogether? Okay, so I'm going to give you the rundown. I have it in my notes because it's a lot. Okay, so it says Trump's 2026 budget plan would cut section housing by 43%, affecting 2.3 million households. He's giving control to the states through block grants, which I don't understand how that will work. Yeah. Okay, so he's giving control to the states. And then also lastly, it says, so you know how when you get on Section 8, you can be on there for however long? Well, he is capping that at 2 years for able-bodied people. What that means is if you are able to work, right, there's nothing wrong with you physically to where like you don't have any issues at all, you can only be on Section 8 for 2 years. After your 2 years, you have to do what everybody else does, okay? And then lastly, the most important thing that people were concerned about was homelessness, because there's over 2.3 million people. Yeah, that's news today for Kate. Love you. Bye.
2.3 million households. Do not let that go over your head. This is millions we're talking about. Millions of different families displaced. Think about all the kids having a whole lifestyle change from what they knew. This is why I say it was a trap. It was a setup. They wanted us as the people to depend on the system so they could take it from right under our feet. Remember, I said this early on. If you've been around, I've been saying this was the plan. And this is why I've been so adamant about not depending on the system and ownership. Doing things for yourself, taking back reliance and putting it on yourself, not relying on the government. This is why. Now we're seeing why.
I don't know if you guys heard the news, but Doge, led by Elon Musk, has proposed making significant cuts to the Section 8 program. Now, this will affect about 3.5 million low-income families and landlords and property owners who depend on those payments from Section 8. They are also talking about reducing the Section 8 staff by 50%, resulting in delayed payments, delays in inspection, and all things Section 8. Now, here's my personal opinion. Of course, I can sympathize and empathize for people who depend on those programs. Having family members and people within the community, I know how this news may feel scary to them. But the truth is, Section 8 was never created or intended for people to stay on for a lifetime. I do believe there should be time limits, maybe 5 years, so it gives you enough time to go back to school, find a trade, get some training where you can secure employment to get those housing where you can go on the market and pay those competitive rent prices. Also, it gives an opportunity for the new people and a new group who can benefit from these programs to be ushered in. Also, with those who are disabled or senior citizens, I don't believe those Section 8 programs should be touched for them because there's no way they can go out in this market and afford that market rental prices. So if you are on Section 8, know someone on Section 8, Doge is putting you guys on notice. Get your affairs in order because this program will not look like what you've been accustomed to within the upcoming months. And that's just the truth.
So, did you all see that under Trump's new plan, they're getting rid of Section 8 and welfare? Was it most of the voters who voted for Trump on Section 8 and welfare? Y'all thought a billionaire was gonna only keep his hatred on blacks, browns, and illegals. And now your nana finna be outside because her welfare ain't gonna get covered the first of the year. But no, for real, the jokes write themselves. Congratulations, MAGA. Congratulations. Is America great again?
So let's have a high-level conversation. The Trump administration proposed a bill that's going to eliminate Section 8 housing and let the states come up with their own rental aid program instead. Now, if you're a black person, you read this post and you automatically associate that with other black people, that's more of the problem for me. Why? Because why are we as a community always associating ourselves with things that are lower class. So this is the most updated information, all right, on the government site. And again, across the board, you see, all right, it's pretty clear. All right, it's not just black people, it's pretty clear. So when I hear the words, Section 8 and low income and, misfortune and underprivileged, and I see black people always correlating that to other black people, I'm like, hey, that's why are we doing that? You know what I'm saying? Because clearly there's a lot of communities that are on the same path. It's just that mentally, when we see ourselves, we're not seeing the greatness. You know what I'm saying? When you look in the mirror, you should be projecting nothing but positive energy, nothing but high-level conversation. Understand that we are the beginning and the end, the alpha and omega. Daily mathematics. Peace.
The Most High creates the beginning and the end. We're going to leave that there, though. But look, I'm not just saying black people. This is for everybody going through misfortune. Everybody that's lower class, they're all going to be affected. We know it's not just black people. It's lower class. It has no race. It's not a race thing. It's not a color thing. It's just those that are making less than a certain tax bracket. That doesn't qualify you to be middle class. The next step above poverty is middle class. But yeah, anyway, so with that being said, I feel though we as a people should not associate ourselves with poverty and should think with a growth mindset, not a poverty-stricken mindset. We should have an abundance mindset. I get that. And that's what we got to do, family. We got to have that mindset of abundance, live, move, and operate in it too. Not just talk about it, not just talk like it. We got to walk the walk too. Mm-hmm. That means putting the work in.
That's right.
The fruits of our labor can pay us back. You can only get out what you put in. Mm-hmm. See, some people didn't do no work at all, and they made themselves have to live in poverty their whole life and in low-income housing. You see, now, I'm not speaking for everybody. I've already said that previous, so I just don't want y'all coming for me in the comments. People being a product of their environment, that's a thing too. There's a lot of different ways we could steer this conversation. We could even go as far back as slavery, because our people still haven't even recovered from that. But the fact of the matter is, this is going on right now, and millions of people will be impacted due to dependence on the system. There's nothing else. And if you want it, then this is a video that's speaking to you.
I know a lot of y'all ain't about to like what I'm about to say and talk about right now, but a lot of y'all about to be mad. But I told y'all, we have to start pushing ownership. Look, see, this was happening. White House proposes eliminating Section 8 vouchers and cutting rental assistance by 40%. Now, look, this all over media. I don't know how true this is, but all I'm going to say, I told y'all, man, we have to stop leaving our destiny and our livelihood in these people's hands. Mm-hmm. We have to start getting out and trying to think how we could do better for ourselves. See, some people been on Section 8 for 20, 30 years and are passing on to they kids like it's a legacy. You feel what I'm saying? So now with the government, you leaving your kids and everybody self in their hand. The government is saying we cutting back. Especially y'all saying Trump. Remember first we was talking, we don't know if this is true or not, but now it's all over media. Y'all checking this. Y'all let me know y'all thoughts. But that's what I'm saying. This is why I'm pushing ownership. That's why I wear these shirts by the block back. That's why I'm pushing. We have to start doing better. We can't leave our hands, our life, and our destiny in these people's hands, especially when cost of living is so goddamn high, man. Y'all let me know y'all thoughts on this, man. What do y'all think about this? What are y'all thoughts? I'm just saying. Tap in.
Trump is about to get rid of Section 8 housing, and I'm fucking loving it. In an absolutely stellar move, the Trump administration has proposed saving more than $26 billion by eliminating the Department of Housing and Urban Development's rental assistance program, including Section 8 vouchers, and replacing it with a plan to allow states to design their own rental assistance programs based on their unique needs and preferences. But we all know what this really means. It means all the lazy-ass people that are sucking off of the teat of the American taxpayer are going to have to get off their butts and go get a fucking job. Ain't that fun? The plan also includes a 2-year cap on rental assistance for able-bodied adults. So, like I said, if you have the ability to get up and work, that's exactly what you're going to be doing. No more free rides from the American government. Sorry. The time has come to get this country back in line and give it back to the American working class. So if you're sitting around doing nothing, not contributing, you're going to have a hard time.
Millions of people fell right into the trap. We do know there are unfortunate situations. Not everybody don't got it like that, to where they had to rely on the system and never were able to get off. Our people should have really been doing is, while they're living on the system, they should have tried to get some type of investment going while the rent was low. Because, some people was abusing the system, been living on it for 10, 15 years. Rent was only like $8, and they got comfortable and didn't try to get ahead. And then you got other people that they may be disabled or they really can't get out there and work. You see?
Listen, if you are on public housing, Section 8, or any of them kind of assistance. I just want y'all to know before it happens. Just want to tell you guys, Trump plans to dismantle the Section 8 housing. So there will be no more of that. There will be no more Section 8. We're going to have to get out here and work and save your money. But yeah, he's taking away Section 8. There's not going to be no more Section 8 to come in 2026.
Yes.
He planned to take it off the map.
Good.
No more Section 8. I at least hopes. My hopes for you guys is that he probably at least lowers the fucking rent. At least lower the rent in America.
President Trump's latest budget plan proposes a staggering $26 billion cut to the Department of Housing and Urban Development. This includes slashing the Section 8 program, which currently supports over 2 million low-income households. Eliminated Section 8 doesn't just affect housing, it's going to set off a chain reaction. You're going to have rising homelessness, overburdened emergency service, and a strained economy. HUD faces 43.6 budget cut. It's going to be the largest in its history. It isn't just trimming the fat, it's cutting into the bone of essential services. As affordable housing disappears, the gap between the wealthy and the poor widens. The plan shifts responsibility to many states, many already underfunded, and imposes a 2-year cap on rental assistance for able-bodied adults. What happened after those 2 years? Follow the money, evict the poor, inflate the market, and sell the American dream to the highest bidder.
Listen, family, I don't want y'all watching these videos, or especially this one, and not taking heed of what's really going on. That's the thing. This is not just for entertainment purposes. Pay attention now. That's going to be millions of people on the streets.
Yes, it is.
When you're hungry, you're going to find a way to eat. Let me just say that, right? That's one thing. Then we already talking about the shelves are supposed to be empty when this recession kicks off.